Today I appeared to watch a TikTok where an Orthodox pastor said tattoos are a sin. What do you think about that? This has come up a lot recently, actually. Yeah, so I think I might have actually answered this last stream, but that was a little bit ago. So, yeah, the context of that is Leviticus 19:28. The main source that we actually have that describes this, that actually describes tattoos directly, is Leviticus 19:28. You shall not make any cuts on your body for the dead or tattoo yourselves. I am the Lord. So that is, it's very straightforward. It's very clear. The context of that, the context in the day is that that is what pagans did. They put tattoos on themselves. They would cut themselves. Those were pagan practices. So it would have been ritualistic tattoos, tattoos in the name, in the worship of a pagan god or goddess. And so if people saw tattoos at that point, it would have evoked that. It would have made it seem like that is what people were doing, that they were worshiping a god like that. And so clearly God wanted them to be set apart from that. That is never addressed directly again. And so I believe that falls under our freedom, our Christian freedom to glorify God. And if something, if you hold something under a clear conscience, I want to clarify that the context of this is not in directly addressing tattoos. It's directly talking about festivals and clean and unclean foods. But Romans 14:22-23, the faith that you have keep between yourself and God. Blessed is the one who has no reason to pass judgment on himself for what he approves. But whoever has doubts is condemned if he eats, because the eating is not from faith. For whatever does not proceed from faith is sin. So I have faith that my motivation for my tattoos, it's different for various things. So like for my fern, that was first. It's hard to actually show. This one is what I got first. I got it because I thought it was beautiful. I think because God created beauty, that is an appropriate reason to get a tattoo, to appreciate beauty. My next two, a heart and a hedgehog, were symbols of expression. Symbols of expression, that's what the same thing is. Symbols to express affection, friendly affection, like friend love between myself and some friends. And so I think that is also appropriate. And then I got the two crosses, the upright cross and the upside down cross. The upside down cross being the cross of Christ, the upside down cross being the cross of St. Peter. And it's the same upside down and right side up. So there's always one right side up, there's always one upside down. The cross of Christ obviously being a symbol of Christ's sacrifice for me, and the upside down cross being my response of humility for that sacrifice. And then I have faithful, which is a reminder that God calls us to be faithful, not successful. So God calls us to obedience, not necessarily worldly success. If God calls you to preach on a corner and everybody ignores you, if you sincerely believe God called you to preach on that corner, you are faithful, and you don't know how God is going to respond, is going to use that. Instrument of Peace is from the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, where he's appealing to God, help me be an instrument of peace. Help me love others in a way that brings eternal peace, that brings heavenly peace to them. And then Ahoy is from a game of Dungeons and Dragons that I played with my friends several years ago. And it's a fun reminder of friendship and creativity that I wanted to remember that. And yeah, and I want more that are more going to be more like psalmy, spiritual songs, like "'Tis So Sweet." I want "Soli Deo Gloria," some more text tattoos on this arm. And I believe those will be fine, because my goal is to use those as a way of witnessing to others, as a way of reminding myself to glorify God and keeping myself accountable to be a witness wherever I go.